Hello everyone, and welcome back to Dragalia Foundry. We are here rebuilding, slowly accruing Wormite, trying to get up to our totals from before my summoning video for Gala Cerise. If you haven't checked that out already, I won't spoil too much, but I will just say, in retrospect, we did get very lucky. We got 2 new 5-star adventurers, so that's always something to be excited about, and this will be the last time I summon on that showcase. I'm not planning on summoning that showcase today, but I am looking at making some purchases despite that. So this is the last day that the New Year's party packs are available. And I actually posed a question to all of you because I've had my account be free to play since the start, and I wanted to get your feedback on how you would feel if I decided to make some purchases. So ultimately for me, I feel like my account has been so lucky and I've enjoyed this game so much that I do feel comfortable making a purchase, and I feel like it wouldn't be a bad idea to support the game. A lot of you provided feedback that ultimately it's about everyone's personal enjoyment, and they should do whatever they decide to do within their means. If they want to support the game, or if they would prefer not to spend any money, that's totally up to the individual. And I tend to agree with that. But even beyond that, we got a really great variety of opinions, so thank you so much for taking part in that poll. Now, most of you, or near the majority of you, said that you would prefer I stay free to play or low spending, and so that's pretty much what we're looking at today. But I do want to talk about the packs and the shop in general because it's not something I've given much consideration to as a free to play player. So we're going to go through some of the packs that are available both for New Year's and regularly in the shop, and then I'll tell you which one I'm planning on purchasing. I think it'll be pretty obvious as we go through things. So right away, we have the New Year's Party Pack Upgrade Special. This one, you're getting a lot of level up resources, some mana and rupees, and a small amount of diamantium. Generally speaking, I wouldn't necessarily recommend this one unless you're at the point where you're looking at pure diamantium purchases. It's not bad value per dollar, but you're not getting anything that's really hard to come by here. From there, we get to the Dragon Unbind Special Pack. And this is the one I would highly suggest if you're looking at being a low spending player. This unbinding material for a 5-star dragon is really costly normally. It costs $40 and it's only available through a monthly pack. And you do get some diamantium, you get more diamantium with that $40 purchase, of course. But at this low a price, you're usually not able to get these sunlight stones. So this, to give it away, I guess, this is the purchase I'm planning on making today. I'm probably going to save my diamantium. I'm not going to spend it for the foreseeable future, and maybe if there's a similar priced pack to this, I will buy that and then save that diamantium for a future platinum showcase to try to get a dragon. But as for me, the reason the sunlight stone is so good is that I'm slowly building up my Dragon Yule Jeanne d'Arc, and I've been able to unbind her once so far using sunlight ores accrued from past events. Now I have 9 sunlight ores built up from gifting and reaching max bond level with my dragons, so I'm going to get that second unbind on her soon, and this would bring me to the third unbind, very close to max unbound, and much closer to being viable for High Brunhilde. So that is the main reason I'm looking at this. I do think it's a good deal, and I think by buying it, hopefully I would be able to signal to Side Games that this is the type of pack I want to see more of. If this were something available every month at $10 instead of only being available at $40, I would seriously consider buying this every month. So hopefully they get the message, if a lot of players buy this, that this is a pretty good value. Moving on from there, the thing that I want to say about the 5-star Adventure Special and the Shadow Upgrade Special is these Champions Testaments are really good. They're hard to come by. You only get 1 per event. And as someone who summoned a lot of natural 5-stars, you really need these to unlock the final ring of their mana circle. You need them to upgrade their first skill to level 3. And then for all characters, you need them to unlock the node in their mana circle that gives you a Damascus Crystal. So right now my Mikoto is at 49 nodes, and it's specifically because I'm waiting on a Champion's Testament from the next event. So normally you can get 2 Champion's Testaments for $40 in the monthly packs, but both of these packs provide you 3, I would look at this tenfold voucher, or rather 5-star voucher, as just a bonus and probably something to save if you have most of the 5-star characters. There's a chance you get Eldwater from that, so look at this as getting your Diamantium for perhaps a future Platinum Showcase, and getting these Champion's Testaments, which are otherwise pretty hard to get. Besides that, there is this Ultimate Unbind Special Pack, and if you're willing to spend $80, you are getting a lot of here compared to what you normally get. Normally, you would pay $40 for a Damascus Ingot, for a Sunlight Stone, and for a Golden Key, but you're getting all 3 of those, and 4,500 Diamantium. So that is not too bad, as well as these 4-star Unbinding materials. This is honestly a pretty good deal, but what I should say is it's a good deal because of how they price the monthly packs. So we've gotten used to paying $40 if you are spending on this game just for these individual items alone. So that's why this feels like a good deal, but it is still a lot of money to spend. So keep that in mind. It can advance your progress very significantly, however. Now for the Lucky Hanatsuki Paddle Pack, this is the one I would say you probably should skip, unless you just want 1500 Wormite for $25, because this weapon is worse in terms of its stats and its skill than a tier 2 5-star Max Unbound Hautclair, which is another sword which you can craft yourself, and it's going to take some Twinkling Sand to do so, but generally speaking, this is mostly cosmetic, or as a way to catch up if you're not able to craft 5-star weapons, or you don't have enough Twinkling Sand to make that weapon yet. So I would try to avoid this pack, but it's kind of good that they didn't make this weapon too strong, because if they did, it would also feel bad for players who don't purchase it, that they have access, they don't have access to something that's very powerful. So from there, now we're getting into the packs that are always available. Beginner's Pack. This is going to be the most Diamantium you can get for $8. Enough for a full tenfold, enough to pull one tenfold on a Platinum Showcase if those return. You get these upgrade materials, which are kind of just extra. But that is the main reason to get this, and you can only get this once. Storage Pack. I haven't really found a need for storage, but you are getting 960 Diamantium, which is the same rates that you get on the Dragon Unbind, so this is not a bad rate for Diamantium. Welcome Pack. Here, it's the same rate as on the Lucky Hanatsuki Paddle, but you also get a 5-star Summon Voucher. So generally speaking, I think even the chance that a new 5-star, or probably even the 3000 Eldwater, is better than that other weapon. And of course, you could always save these for when they add more 5-stars to this pool. We have a precedent for this because originally Naveed, Lily, Luis, and Lucretia weren't in the pool, and they updated it once they had all been released after a month or so. So probably down the road, they're going to add more characters to this. The Renewing Pack, I think, is also good. You get 50 Diamantium per day, so you get a total of 350, and that's added on to the 480 you get. And you get these other resources. So this is not too bad of a pack, but I am not planning on purchasing that anytime soon. There is no limit to how many times you can purchase this, so just be careful that you don't go in too hard with this. You can buy a 30-day pack for a daily refill on your stamina and Gather Wings. You want to be playing a lot because it's lost if you don't use it. There's this double bonus. Allows you to double the bonuses earned from daily and weekly bonuses granted by clearing event quests for 7 days. I'm not sure if this just applies to... Let's see. Yeah, I'm not sure if this just applies to the drops that you get or the daily bonuses from quests. If that's the case, that's all stuff that can be grinded out, so paying for this, I'm not really sure about. Now the Endeavor packs, these are also purchasable ones, and this is going to be your other way to get those unbinding materials at a fairly cheap cost, but only once per type of material. So here you can see on the Story Pack Normal, this one is not the greatest. You just get some easily obtainable resources over time, and only 750 Wormite for your $10 when elsewhere you're able to get 960, so it's a little bit lower. For the Story Pack Hard, it's the same thing, but the big difference here is you do get a golden key, which would allow you to unbind a 5-star Wormprint. and a silver key, which lets you do the same for a 4-star worm print. So this one's pretty good if there's a specific worm print you have in mind. The upgrade pack for adventurers, $1,500 for $20, so a little bit better than the character pack and the weapon pack that we saw above. But ultimately, this is mostly mana and some crystals, so there's no testaments in here, which is a little bit disappointing. For the weapons upgrade pack, $1,500 for $20, once again good. And you get a Damascus ingot and a steel brick. So pretty solid, and same thing with the Trials pack, but it's for dragons instead of weapons. So I think all three of the Trials pack, upgrade pack weapons, and the story pack hard are pretty good to get, if that's something that you're looking at purchasing. But for me, I'm going to go for the Dragon Unbind special today. And I'll just, before doing that, look at the other purchases you can make in Upgrade Essentials. So, for the weekly packs, generally speaking, all of this is replaceable. And the rate you get for your Diamantium is a little bit low. So, these are a later resort, last resort type of thing. Obviously, you would want to get these before you just buy pure Diamantium, because I think the rates are even worse for that. But the monthlies are something that a lot of paying players invest in, and it's basically to get those unbinding materials that we've talked a lot about at this point. So for $40, you get 2,000 Diamantium, and you get one of these 5-star unbind materials. You can buy one per month for worm prints, for dragons, for weapons. And then the Mana Circles one, you can buy 2 per month, and you get only 2 of these Champions Testaments. So those are all of the major purchases in the shop. If you're buying pure Diamantium, you really need to be like an Omega Whale, because this is a very bad place to be, because it means that you're trying to desperately summon for something. You do have a slightly better rate on these featured once per week purchases. But other than that, I believe the highest rate you can get is the $80, so at least it's the highest on the most expensive. You don't want to buy this $32 actually. They set this up where it actually has a worse rate for your money than if you buy the $40. And basically they did this because they know this is how much it costs to get a tenfold. So that is kind of a trap purchase right there. But anyway, we're not here to purchase to summon. We're just here to get that stone and head out. I will say this is really tempting, and if I were willing to spend up to $50, this plus the 960 would give me 2 chances, close to 2 chances at a Platinum in the future, Platinum Showcase. And I really could use these, and I could hold on to this for fun. But I think with what all of you said in mind, and to keep some money in reserve in case there are future good deals like this, I am just going to make this one purchase today. So I'll go ahead and cut out now while I make the purchase. And when I come back, you will see some Diamantium in my account for the first time. Alright, so I am back. I have voted with my wallet today and made a purchase that I think is a really good value. So I encourage you to do the same, to spend the money on things that you value, if you have the money to spend. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. Looking into the shop, and from a perspective I normally don't think about, I guess it's fair to say I'm no longer a free-to-play player, but I do think of this as something like the Black Knight or Burger King pack in Fire Emblem Heroes, where that was a $4 pack that got you a character that was quite good. I think this is a similar level of value, so if there's something this great in the future, I will probably purchase it, but if not, I'm going to stick to free-to-play for now. And of course, I am planning on saving up a lot since we've spent so much. Obviously, I'm not going to spend this Diamantium right away just to try to get Cerise in a desperate attempt. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video, like I said. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Take care, and I'll see you next time.